time.
Pick and roll again. Hornacek's wide open. Karl Malone wants to score. Malone is really hot. Malone and Jerry Sloan are both hot. A technical on Karl Malone. Is it? No, it's on Jerry Sloan. Pardon me.
Might be on Sloan.
It's on Jerry. But Karl gave one up. He had Hornacek in the wing. He wanted to go at the goal that time, and he felt he was fouled.
Remember earlier, he ran over Joe Smith. They didn't call a charge. Well, this set, and Joe didn't move, and that left knee went right into Joe. Let's see. Watch this. The right knee goes into the chest of Joe Smith. That's clearly a charge, folks.
I really am surprised that they are so angry over that call. There must be something else going on tonight.
Listen, Jerry Sloan was a six-time All-NBA defender.
Well, he's tough.
And he's intense.
Well, you have to pick your spots. I mean, that appears to be a triple mullet. Somebody's open. Two guys are open. He can't get it there. Oh, again, Malone falls into the crowd. We take Kira out again. That's the second time, and she may be injured here.
Well,
hold on.
He was upset this time. The first time he wasn't, but he was upset. But Kira is still down.
No, she went down hard.
Uh-oh, she may.
Oh, she hit her head.
She did hit her head. Hopefully she's not cut. They've got a towel on her. That's dangerous. I have to say, those cameras are a little too close, folks. I mean, they're only 3 feet off the playing court. And you go, I mean, a guy's 6'10", heck, he's one little step. He's already right into the lap.
We have a timeout here. Tom Abdenauer, the Warrior trainer, and their team orthopedist, Dr. Mickey Krinsky.
He may have gotten her with the right elbow. He may have gotten her right in the forehead with an elbow, inadvertently, of course. They got blood. You can see it right there.
I don't believe she's lost consciousness. She appears to... Oh, she's blinking.
Oh, she got a nice cut. Yep, she got a cut, and it's vertical. Yeah, that's an elbow. A guy named Rick Roberson gave me one of those ones. You notice that scar?
We'll take a break here. Earlier in the game, they collided, Karl Malone and Kira. And Karl took the worst of it. Now it looks like Kira's down, but she'll come back. Well, Kira's up. Looks like she may have went back in the locker room for a few stitches as she has had a wound opened above her eyebrow. Obviously, Karl Malone hit her with the arm. What happens in that situation oftentimes, the viewfinder will come right back. And it won't be so much the brunt of Malone's elbow as it will be the entire camera. And it looks like she has a big circle above that eye. Check it out again. Karl Malone stumbling over the end line, and he'll run right into our camera person, Kira. And there it is. He just pushed back on the camera. Also, what happens in those situations is you have no vision. You have no idea he's coming because you got your eye in the viewfinder and you're looking at something else. Big Karl Malone takes you out. Malone pulls the rebound. For Houston wearing number 5. Here goes Barkley, and he's gonna wake up now.
What'd they call?
He'll push off. Offensive foul on Charles. Well, that's got to be a technical. At least one.
Somebody better go grab Barkley.
Well, he very seldom gets number 2.
Well, he's still chipping. A lot of people would if he didn't have the name Barkley. Look at this. Now he's talking to Rick Allen.
You know, we're all laughing here, but from a Warrior perspective, this is probably the last thing he wanted. Most people have a cup of coffee in the morning. Charles Barkley takes a technical. This is just going to get him more into the game. Actually, he's going to lead the game right now, but there he goes. He's still yelling at the referee.
Well, I thought he had a good lane to go through. Now, see, Smith's got his hands on. Yeah, that's a ticky-tack foul because there was a wide open lane for him to drive. I have to agree with Charles on that.
I agree, too. I mean, for most people, it's ticky-tack. For Charles Barkley, it's borderline criminal to call that foul on him. Or Rudy Tomjanovich is going to stick up for Barkley. Here comes the technical. I thought Charles scored a touchdown here, Jim. Look at that. Ooh.
He put it right in the face of Michael Smith.
The referee paused for a moment. He's not let up.
This is the way he was on the bus ride over from the hotel talking about Mike Tyson today.
You see, he couldn't talk anymore to the official because he would have gotten another technical. So now he's trying to embarrass the official by talking to Adelman. So he's not making his comments directly at the official. He's circumventing that. But you know what? He's still embarrassing the official, and most people would have been kicked out.
Personality-wise, Olajuwon is so serious, and so is Clyde Drexler, but Charles, he's anything but serious. Of course, he's quite playful. We asked the head coach, Rudy T, on how Charles changes the locker room.
You mentioned Akeem and Clyde. They're great leaders, but just like a coach has to coach to his personality, you have to be yourself, and they're more reserved guys. Charles has a big personality, and to be true to himself, that's the way he's going to be more vocal, and I think it complements the team very well. There is a place for a guy like Charles Barkley.
Well, the only returns, Jim, are very favorable. Olajuwon apparently loves playing with him. He was quoted as saying he's going to make this season so much fun. And when you are a guy like Olajuwon and Drexler and Rudy T, who have always been the focus of the media, it's not bad to have a guy like Charles around to take the media over for an entire season.
It's not bad at all.
Earlier, Charles Barkley playing referee. Listen to this.
I get away with shit.
Yes, we all know he's Charles Barkley. That'll be his campaign speech when he runs for governor in a few years, huh? Shot clock here. That's what they're debating. And Barkley's saying, Joe had it long enough, give us 24 seconds, but they're not going to do that. The shot clock is going to be at 8.
Give the bucket to Springwell.
Rick Adelman is forced to take Mullen off the floor as Mullen needs a break here early in the fourth quarter, so we will not be having the Mullen-Bullard matchup we anticipated. Joe went for the steal, didn't work. Barkley will shoot 2 free throws after missing, and he's a little upset about it. I wonder if he overacted like this in Space Jam. We'd have to give him a thumbs down if he did.
Stretching it
A little bit too much, huh? Cut, let's try it again.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to stop. Joe goes for the steal. Barkley knows exactly where to go, to the rim. And I thought he was going to lay off just with crouching down. As he drops out of your picture, he drops clear off the floor.
And that's where the acting in a motion picture would go, Jim, on the cutting room floor. Barkley had to change his number this year, or 34 previously, but Olajuwon has 34. Word is Olajuwon's okay. They were quite scared, obviously. Barkley, Willis is going to do the Warriors in today. Kevin Willis has made the 2 biggest shots of the afternoon. Rockets at 4, going on 5. 21 seconds left.
Full team, but somehow Spencer did not stay home enough, and Barkley was able to split the defense for a pass inside.
Some tenacity he had earlier in his career. He had the label put on him, Jim, as the kind of guy who could guard anybody on the front line. A small forward, a power forward, and a center, and guard them very well. He lost that when he became a scorer.
Yes, a lot of people do. Now this is tough defense by Rasheed Wallace. Picks up the foul. But Dick Carter, assistant coach for PJ, the defensive-minded guys, worked with Pat Riley in a couple situations. Look at this big man step out clear to the sideline. That is a foul, a bumping foul. But it's still aggressive. And their defense has helped them during this winning streak, winning the 14 of 16.
There's a goaltend. Oh, they didn't call it. Well, they didn't call it. We're still playing. I cannot believe it. For a moment, we stopped for a second, and it sounded like there was a whistle. That was a blatant goaltend by Arvydas Sabonis. One of the worst blown calls we've seen all year.
Even the players stopped for just a split second, but fortunately they kept on playing through it, and Mark Price got another deuce.
Just amazing that all 3 officials would elect not to call that.
I'm with you. I thought they were going to call it maybe 3 or 4 seconds later.
I think the guy in the second row was calling it, but not anybody on the floor. And now a technical's been called. It's on Rasheed Wallace of Portland. And PJ has a new rule lately because they picked up so many technical fouls, almost like a college rule. If you pick up a technical foul, you come out of the game immediately. I've never known a pro team to do that.
It's discipline. And PJ is a disciplinarian. Let's watch what happens inside. DeClercq is there. See, Rasheed Wallace picked up the foul against Mark Price a moment ago. This is the second one. He felt that he was in position. We had a great angle on it, Greg, and I think Andrew DeClercq deserved to go to the line. I thought it was a good call.
Now, how about this one? We got to look at this one a second time. The Sabonis goaltend as blatantly as we all thought. Well, from that angle, it's pretty close. But maybe it's because Sabonis is flat-footed that he looked deceptive. But
I was very confident that he could win that jump ball. It doesn't surprise me at all. Well, now we're going to change a jersey.
Well, Rasheed Wallace got blood on his jersey, so he needs a new one.
And quite a few of the ladies here in the stands appreciate that move.
They're all pulling out dollar bills here.
A light moment in a very competitive basketball game. Blazers looking to win their 10th straight home game. She appreciated Rasheed Wallace.
Well, now we have a armband on Andrew DeClercq, a new jersey for Rasheed Wallace. What's the hang-up now? Got just one of the two. Warriors by 16 points. Robinson, air ball, dumped in by Rasheed Wallace.
That was still good defense, good rotation. Fuller came over, helped out on Trent.
Seeing more free throws at the line than any time I can remember. Probably a product of the line being moved in the last few years and these guys acclimating to it. Carlesimo has picked up Kenny Anderson did a technical. Kenny Anderson picked up a technical. Let's see if they pull him off the floor like they did earlier in the game with Rasheed Wallace. Yes, he's going to leave the game immediately. PJ Carlesimo, with this very volatile young team that he has a blow. He may get a second.
But Tommy Nunes won't mess around.
Carlesimo has started a policy where if you get a technical, you come right off the floor immediately.
I like that. Number one, it does two things. Number one, it tells you who's in charge. And number two, it gets a guy to cool off so he doesn't pick up his second while he's still on the floor, which often happens.
Well, he could get it from the bench, which sometimes happens.
But it gives you a little opportunity to cool down. That's good help by Felton Spencer.
There's a lot of indecision, and when there's indecision and uncertainty, you're not able to play with a high field goal percentage and execute the way you're drilling.
Ribby got in too deep. 3-on-1. Bryant with a finish and a foul as well. Sam Mack absolutely livid at the call.
Very animated Sam Mack. You got to be careful there. You show the official up there you're asking for a technical foul.
Still in conversation with Violet Palmer, who made the call. There is an area under the basket which is marked by a dotted line. If you're inside that semicircle, you cannot take a charge. You're simply too close to the basket. Kobe can jump over anybody. It appeared Mack was there in plenty of time, but we didn't get a shot to see his feet to see how tight under the basket he was.
And if any part of the feet are inside that line, then the charging contact is negated.
Bryant shooting the technical foul, missed it. And now everybody comes back in as he'll shoot the free throw from the original foul. Brian Hill is upset with the call as Sam Mack was. Technical assess to Coach Hill. Game in 3 nights. Something the Grizzlies will do for the first time next week. What a screen by Cherokee Parks on Harper, but he's called for a foul.
He wasn't there in time.
And now Parks with words for Harper.
Cherokee Parks gets here a little late. He's coming up to set the screen. He just moves in at Derek Harper. Harper had no room, a blind screen. You got to be totally stopped.
Parks still hollering out at Derek Harper as Harper comes down the floor. And now Bibby gets flattened, and the crowd wants the call to go the other way. Instead, Shaq powers his way to the basket and draws the foul. As you say, it's not how hard you're hit in the screen that determines whether or not it's a foul. It's how you're standing, how early you get there. Are you leaning or are you upright? It's all about position. Back to the line is Shaq. He's
83-77. Spencer and Mutombo comes over. Spencer took the brunt of that. He's seeing stars.
Well, Spencer sets this screen for this time. It's Sprewell comes off, and there he is wide open. When the guards are in motion and running that hard and coming off the center, usually you get good results, and Spencer will have to go to the free throw line.
He may have to go out of the game.
Yeah.
I think he may be cut. Just above the left eye, it appears. Yes, indeed, he is bleeding. ACC Women's Tournament, college basketball. You'll see both semifinal games beginning.
And which is really a situation for them because he has to shoot his free throws. If he cannot shoot them, then he would have to leave the ball game. So they really want him to shoot his free throws and to remain eligible to stay in the ball game.
Harry the Hawk, a little bit of difficulty up there. Let's take a look at tonight's Jeep Eagle NBA leaders.
The Hawks showed a lot of confidence in Dikembe Mutombo with the two.
Hi, this is Michael Cooper. You're watching the LA Lakers on California 9, KCAL TV, Los Angeles.
Every time we kick it away for a station identification, something exciting happens. This time it was Marcelonis made a great dribble drive, scored, and he was fouled hard with an elbow on top of the head, accidentally implanted by AC, I think.
I tell you, he really is a strong player. He takes the ball to the basket extremely effectively. After all of that contact, he still made the basket, so he's got a possible three-point play.
Oh, he got hit hard on top of the head by AC.
Inadvertently, and AC just went over to him and apologized, asking how he was doing.
Into the game, 7 foot and 7 inches. Bowl.
Nick lead is only 9. Hawkins foul. Patrick Ewing does not like the call, and he's hit with a technical. The rookie official, Monty McCutcheon, calling the technical, apparently did not want to be embarrassed by Ewing right in his face.
Well, this is going to reveal something here, Marv. And that is Patrick Ewing's body was between the official and the player. And to see Patrick react like that, once again, you just have to have the feeling that he felt all ball. There didn't seem to be anybody there at all. And you know, from the official standpoint, when you're making a call, you know you can't go wrong on the home court if you have any doubt that the roofers are going to fall in on you.
Sir Hersey Hawkins with a sprained ankle, so much playing time for Anthony Bonner. Substitutions by the Hornets. LaRon Ellis is back, along with Del Curry. Curry had the hot hand in the latter stage of the second quarter. And a technical foul is called on Bogues, who did not like that call by Lee Jones. Foul on Bogues, and then a technical on Muggsy. So Starks will shoot the technical foul.
Well, you mentioning Mason moments ago, looked like he was ready to come back, but in practice yesterday, he aggravated the ankle once again, which set him back.
Anthony Mason
was in uniform the last 2 games, although has not played the last 3.
Murdoch coming in tonight, a 28% three-point shooter. Dumas again, and a foul call. Dumas went down on that play.
I think he's okay.
This going to be 2 shots and the ball on the side, I think.
We just talked a little bit ago about how this guy goes to the basket and does it.
Flagrant foul.
It's a flagrant foul.
Number 44, Kenny Gaddison, that's his first.
Second look there at a flagrant foul. That's an undercut. I don't know that there was that was intentional. It didn't look like it, but it's a flagrant foul, and a key word there that gives you 2 free throws is excessive. If it is excessive in contact, then that's what gives you the automatic 2.
Dumas 5 straight at the free throw line, all in the 3rd quarter.
Some similarities between the way in which Dumas went down and the way in which Lucius Harris went down. Both were driving to the basket and hit the floor. You saw Dumas do that. There's Lou Harris. Next to him, Donald Hodge. Hodge may be ready in another couple of weeks. They say the middle of January.
Challenging the Knicks by saying we're not going to give you the 3-point shot. So we're not going to double team up on the perimeter, down inside. So now it's one-on-one post play.
And Johnson's winning that one-on-one battle. So Thomas and Willis, and a technical foul called against Kurt Thomas.
See, you can't lose your head like that.
Got him with the elbow in the head.
He did. So you can't lose your head like that and then deliver the blow, because you might be right, but they always catch the second move. Now just watch down in here. There's the foul. See, Willis brought his arm back up. Now Thomas says, hey, I'm not going to take that from you. Boom. He delivers the blow. What's the old story? They always catch the second blow.
So Patrick Ewing will come into the game replacing Thomas as Bogues misses the free throw. So again, Thomas struggles coming off the bench, something, as Hubie pointed out, he did not do much of the season.
Muggsy Bogues only shot 91% from the foul line this year.
Look at that. That's now you would think that McGrady is the older guy, wouldn't you? He's 20 years old. The other guy's 35. What a great picture. The 35-year-old looks like the little kid. Here at Madison Square Garden, the Raptors trying to hold on.
It's a tough team, John, of guys that are able to find their own shot.
Yeah, that's right.
Randy Brown lost it out of bounds. Randy furious about a no foul call. He is up at Mark Wunderlich, and he'll get a technical foul.
Yep.
Yep, technical on Randy Brown. Yep. Randy's just furious. Let's see it, John. Oh, he took him out.
Well, double compound. Bulls can't get it out of the backcourt now. We knew when they got up in the offensive area.
Shays misses the free throw.
Sonics have no his first field goal.
Well, that should get them going, as the Bulls normally show that as a token type of defense, but the Sonics were ready for it and attacked it nicely.
Jordan lost it. Snow fires down. Collins with the save. And the foul called on Wenning. Oh, Kemp didn't like the hard foul from Wennington.
Well, the Sonics trying to get back into this game any way they can, and what they do best is get out and run in the open floor. That pass too long, but good communication there, letting Cummings go for the ball rather than 2 players go for it. But Hawkins a little bit slow in gathering and getting in the air. Wennington wanting to make sure, but then you saw the grab of the hand there by Shawn Kemp as he continues to show his frustration. I mean, and even though Shawn denies the fact that the contract situation he's involved in, where he is signed for many more years, a number of players on his team making a great deal more money than him, saying that he's beyond it, it's past him, it doesn't bother him, it bothers him.
As a result, we were talking about this yesterday with George Karl, there have been some inconsistent performances. It's still been an all-star season for Shawn Kemp, but this club has been on a roller coaster.
Beyond winning another title, the world's most renowned athlete has one goal: to keep his team together. A team that has won the NBA championship in the last 5 full seasons in which Michael Jordan has played. A team that has become one of the greatest dynasties in the history of sports. But the future of the Bulls remains uncertain, which is why every remaining Bulls game is something to savor. Tonight, Michael Jordan plays in what could be his final regular season game. And he plays it against the New York Knicks, an opponent Jordan has tortured over the years. A team that barely avoided a first-round date with Chicago. And so, a team that could be facing Michael Jordan for the last time tonight. The Knicks and the Bulls, next.
SportsCenter is the place when you're trying to make peace.
I want to start by apologizing publicly to PJ Carlesimo.
Or say your piece, Rich, loudly.
I can go get my swerve on. I would have got my swerve on. We had a loss, actually.
Hey. You don't see me and Rich fighting over who does what story, do you?
If you want to point a finger, we got time. I'm not going anywhere for a little bit.
Hanging, hitting. Bulls up 14 late, and then we're going to play the feud. Watch Jordan and Chris Childs with this moment. Jordan hits him with an elbow, catches him with an elbow, and then catches the ball or gets it off his chest, and they go chest to chest. Jordan and Childs both got technicals. It was Childs' second, so he got the gate, and Ewing got the towel. The Knicks, the loss, 100-82. Another night in the life of Michael Jordan. A dislocated finger that he dislocated in this game. 29 points, passing Moses Malone to become the 3rd most prolific scorer of all time with 27,432 points and a near fight. As for that near throwdown, Jordan said it could have been a suspension, but my level head overruled everything. Afterwards, Childs talked a little bit about Jordan rules.
Anytime somebody throws the elbow at you, that's intentionally, and it can hurt you, career-threatening, I'm going to defend myself.
Do you think that Michael gets away with things?
He gets away with Michael Jordan? He gets away with a lot of things.
Because he is Michael Jordan?
I can understand it, but nothing that can harm you, he shouldn't get away with.
What was he saying to you when he came at you?
Well, I don't know what he was saying. I was defending myself.
He was pointing his finger right in your face.
No, it wasn't no finger in my face. If he wanted to point a finger, we got time. I'm not going anywhere for a little bit.
Well then. Alrighty. Childs is right about one thing. The Knicks aren't going anywhere, especially on the road where they've lost 5 straight.
Anderson again underneath, again hearing Pippen's footsteps, again blowing it. Take another look. Pippen grabs the rim as Shandon goes up for the shot. Jerry Sloan and company thought it was a goaltending, but nah. We're still tied at 86.
Starts the second half with Grant handling the ball on this offensive set. Leitner over Larry Johnson. Need to get Christian involved, and Larry Johnson picks up his 3rd foul on a real cheapie.
Oh, yeah. And he doesn't like it. But I don't think it's enough to get him on the bench because it is the second half. But now it puts him at least in a tentative situation because now he's not going to want to pick up that 4th, which would put him on the bench.
He just picked up a technical foul. Now in college that would mean also a personal, but at this level, of course, just a tech.
In college it wouldn't cost you $500. So, you know, right now he's $500 lighter in the pocket as a result.
Pick your poison. Leitner gets his first point tonight. So no surprise that the Pistons immediately went to Christian to try to get him involved in the offense a little more.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important that at some point he does get involved. We talked about his rebounding in the first half, but no points, and that's a concern.
Now he's going to try for 3 for 3. Johnson still talking to himself. Christian with a near double-double Saturday night.
Gets bumped by Eldon Campbell, and then he gets thrown down, dragged to the floor by Eldon Campbell. Stockton and the players, Utah, didn't appreciate that. Of course, they have a little meeting, and that's where it ended.
You know, it's always Michael Jordan's night when he plays anywhere. You competed against him. Was he one of your fiercest competitors?
Oh, without question. You know, we had a rivalry that goes way back, and you know, it's fun playing against him because it's very competitive. You know, he makes the game fun, and you know, we go out and we work hard.
So you want your team to win tonight badly?
Oh, I always want him to win badly.
Thanks a lot, Isaiah.